The 2015 International Consumer Electronics Show was held in Vegas last week.
And Shelly Palmer, our tech expert, is here to talk about all the things he saw, including what he says is one of the coolest things we will see ever in our lives.
You know what? CES is kind of fun. It's about 160,000 of your closest friends, 3,300 exhibitors in 2 million square feet of exhibit space. So yes, my feet are tired. But what was cool at the show, probably the coolest thing I saw at the show from a gadget standpoint, was the Dell Venue 8 7000. It's a small little tablet. Now this tablet is touted as the thinnest tablet, and you wouldn't think tablets are cool, but on the back of this there are 3 cameras, and these 3 cameras utilize a tool inside the camera from Intel called Intel RealSense. This takes pictures that have 3-dimensional depth, but it's a 2-dimensional JPEG file. Good old-fashioned file like you normally have, but there's some metadata that describes to the device the depth. So you could, for example, put a finger on one point on any photo and a finger on the other point. It will tell you the actual distance or the actual size of something. So if you're doing a home project, if you're trying to measure something, it also has the ability to selectively filter by depth. So you can take a picture, you can desaturate it, and then you can go and selectively color it. It's one of the most amazing uses of this 3-dimensional camera technology. This camera, if you turned it around, you could wave your hands over a device that has RealSense in it and manipulate the objects on the screen just by grabbing them and moving them. So RealSense technology is kind of cool. The LG 77-inch Ultra HD OLED television set, the finest, most gorgeous looking TV set ever in the history of the world, priced in the $25,000 range, not shipping yet, a little bit out of reach. Infinite blacks, infinite whites, infinite color density.
But don't you think you should hold off on Ultra HD yet, because there's really not any programming for it? And these TVs are going to come down in cost,
stop
right?
it. You can look at iguanas and sunrises and cliffs that were shot. You're not in the spirit of the insanity of CES.
I'm not in the spirit to spend $25,000 on a TV.
If you don't like $25,000 TVs, how about one that doesn't have a price yet from Samsung? The JS9500 series is going to be the S/UHD, or I guess Samsung Ultra HD. No one can make these OLED screens except for LG, and so Sony and some of the others, and Samsung specifically, have come up with this thing that's based on quantum dot technology. It's going to be an inexpensive or less expensive way to get an amazing color picture. Samsung was showing that at the show, but they haven't priced it yet.
All right, we got to run through a couple of these
quickly. Super fun. You like printing, 3D printing? You like the idea of printing objects? How about printing food? The ChefJet printer from 3D Systems comes in either one color or multicolor, and you can print confection. So imagine an app store for Christmas decorations that are all edible. This is edible candy. Then and cakes. Duroptic Systems had a 360-degree action cam called 360 Cam. This camera is like a GoPro, except it shoots at 360. So if you're thinking about Oculus Rift and going into 3D, and even if you're not, this will play on a regular.
Oculus what?
Oculus Rift, the virtual reality glasses.
Over our head this one.
Oh, it's all good. And then the last thing I saw at this show, which I thought was amazing, were self-driving cars and driver-assisted cars that do everything. Hyundai had a car that'll not only park itself, you can call it, like, here, car, and it unparks itself and comes up to you. Good fun.
That is my kind of car.
Here, car, come here, car, and then just come on over and hang out with you. There's that kind of capabilities coming in the cars that we drive, and they were all at CES this year.
Shelly Palmer.
All right.
Like
ShellyPalmer.com and on Twitter at Shelly Palmer.
Thanks, Sean. Good seeing you.